Hello and welcome to today's Acquire English lesson. Our title today is Let's Meet at Shinjuku Station. Shinjuku Station is a train station in Tokyo. It is actually the busiest train station in the world. So today we have our co-workers, Adam and Tuan, and they are going to meet at Shinjuku Station. So our key points today, we will be talking about prepositions for time and place. Those will include in, on, at, by, and until. And we will also talk about the use of present continuous for the future. That's using BING to talk about future plans. So let's get started with our conversation. Are you doing anything this weekend?
I haven't decided yet. Why?
I'm going out with friends on Friday night. Do you want to come?
Sure. Where should we meet?
Let's meet at Shinjuku Station.
Okay. I'll be busy until about 7. I can get to Shinjuku by 7:30.
Okay, let's meet at 7:30 then. Okay, so there's a lot going on in that conversation. So let's take a moment and go through line by line to make sure we understand all of it. Are you doing anything this weekend? So I think this one is simple enough. Adam says, are you doing anything this weekend? He is simply asking Tuan about his plans for the weekend. So he could also say, are you going to do anything this weekend? What are you going to do this weekend? Do you have any plans this weekend? There's many options. All of them would be fine.
I haven't decided yet. Why?
So I haven't decided yet. Why? Just saying I'm not sure. Why do you want to know? Or I don't know yet. Just asking simply why. I'm going out with friends on Friday night. Okay, so I'm going out with friends on Friday night. Of course, Adam and two beautiful ladies. Going out looks like to a club. When we say going out with friends, usually this means something like a club or a bar or a restaurant or karaoke, some kind of fun place like that that you would go and hang out with your friends. Do you want to come? Okay, so here Adam says, do you want to come? This is, of course, a simple invitation to his coworker and friend. In a more formal situation, you might say, would you like to come? But in this case, they are close, they are good friends and coworkers, so do you want to come is perfectly okay in this situation.
Sure. Where should we meet?
So here Tuan says, sure, he wants to go. And where should we meet? So this brings up an interesting point because many people often ask the difference between should and shall. And my usual answer is there is no difference. And that's the case in this situation. So where should we meet and where shall we meet really have no difference in meaning. There's a slight nuance, but not important enough to get into. So in a different lesson, we will get into the differences between should and shall. But for now, just know that you could say, where shall we meet? And have the same meaning in this situation. Let's meet at Shinjuku Station. And this brings us to our next grammar point. Let's meet at Shinjuku Station. So at versus in for places can be very complicated. But for today, let's just take a simple look at it. So here we have an area of Tokyo that is called Shinjuku. Now, inside this area that is called Shinjuku is Shinjuku Station. So we would say Shinjuku Station is in Shinjuku. Also, the new Olympic Stadium is in Shinjuku. Okay? So both of those are inside the area that is Shinjuku, and therefore we say they are in Shinjuku. Now, when we use at, we are talking about something happening at a particular place. So, for example, many events will take place at the Olympic Stadium in Shinjuku. The first time I met my wife, we were at Shinjuku Station, and therefore, of course, we were in Shinjuku. Okay, so just to finish this point, remember, when you're talking about an area, in this case Shinjuku, we say something is in or inside that area. So again, Shinjuku Station is in Shinjuku. Shinjuku is in Tokyo. Tokyo is in Japan, and Japan is in Asia. For at, we're talking about where we do something in particular. So for example, let's meet at Shinjuku Station, or I saw my friend at the supermarket. I was at home all day yesterday. So remember, we're in means inside an area. At is one particular point inside that area where we do something.
Okay, I'll be busy until about 7.
So here, Tuan says he will be busy until about 7. So here we have busy Tuan. Tuan is working. Around 7 o'clock, he will finish. Okay? So until just means I will finish doing something at a certain time.
I can get to Shinjuku by 7:30.
And here he says I can get to Shinjuku by 7:30. So by means at 7:30 or before, not later than. Okay, so let's take a look at the difference between until and by. So in the conversation, Tuan says, I'll be busy until about 7 o'clock. So until equals, I will finish doing something at. So he says, I will be busy until about 7 o'clock. That means I will finish being busy at 7 o'clock. So again, busy, finish at 7 o'clock. Not 6:59, not 6:58, not 7:01, not 7:02, but right at 7. So I'll be busy until 7. With by, Tuan says, I can get to Shinjuku by 7:30. So by equals at 7:30 or before, but not later than. So I can get to Shinjuku by 7:30 means at 7:30 or 7:29 or 7:28 or 7:27, but not 7:31, not 7:32, and not 7:33. So at 7:30 or before. Okay, let's meet at 7:30 then. Okay, and now this is the final sentence in this conversation. Okay, let's meet at 7:30 then. Pretty easy to understand, but we do have this then at the end of the sentence. So Tuan says I can get to Shinjuku by 7:30. So let's meet at 7:30 then. Then means if that's the case, or if that's true, then let's do that. So for example, if you say, I'm thirsty, I could say, let's get something to drink then. Or you say, I'm hungry, oh, let's get something to eat then. So if you're thirsty, let's get something to drink. If you're hungry, let's get something to eat. We just use that then to mean if that's true or if that's the case, you will hear a lot of native speakers use then in these situations. Okay, so as I promised, we are talking about prepositions of time today. And I think the easiest one to start out with would be at. And we're going to go with the general uses of at here. Later we'll talk about more complicated uses of at. But for now, at we just use with time. So in the conversation, let's meet at 7:30. I wake up every day at 6 a.m. I eat lunch at noon. Of course, noon equals 12 p.m. I go to bed at midnight. So midnight equals 12 a.m. So again, at for time is simply just what time you do something. So in general, we're going to use on with one day. So for example, see you on Monday. I always work on Tuesdays. So notice the S on Tuesdays. That means every Tuesday. The concert is on October 27th. And I got a lot of presents on my birthday. So remember, if we're talking about a single day, one day, we're going to use on. We use in when we're talking about longer periods of time. For example, months, seasons, years, decades, which means 10 years. So longer periods of time. So for example, my birthday is in July. My birthday is in summer. The next World Cup will be in 2022. I was born in the 80s. So the 80s means, of course, 1980 to 1989. We also use in these situations. I only drink coffee in the morning. I always take a nap in the afternoon. And I don't work in the evening. So in general, we use them for longer periods of time. Again, months, seasons, years, decades, centuries. So longer periods of time. And then also in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. Now that we know our general rules, those being at is used for a particular time, on being for one day, and in being for a longer period of time, again, months, years, seasons, etc. Of course, we have some exceptions. Now, I know I just told you we use in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. However, we say at night. So, for example, I got home at 10 o'clock at night. And even though we say at night, we say in the middle of the night. So, for example, I woke up because I heard a loud noise in the middle of the night. In the middle of the night usually means the time you are sleeping. And then one more exception, we would say on Friday night, on Monday morning, on Tuesday afternoon. So remember in our conversation we had, I'm going out with friends on Friday night. So I know it's probably a little frustrating, but we do have these exceptions in English that you're going to have to get used to. Another exception we have is with the word weekends. So Americans will say on weekends, British people will say at weekends. However, you can just choose whichever one you want. You are lucky. If you want to speak American English, you should say on weekends. If you want to speak British English, you should say at weekends. If it doesn't really matter to you which one you speak, then go ahead and just choose whichever one you are most comfortable with. And our final set of exceptions is actually when you don't need to use in, on, or at. So whenever you use this, every, last, or next, you don't need to use in, on, or at. So for example, I'm going out with friends this weekend. You wouldn't want to say, I'm going out with friends on this weekend, or I'm going out with friends at this weekend. In this situation, on or at are not necessary. Next example, I went to the doctor last Tuesday. You don't need to say on last Tuesday. And the next one, I meet my friends every Friday night. Here, we don't need to say on every Friday night. So again, whenever we use this, every, last, or next, in, on, and at are not necessary. Okay, it's quiz time. So for number 1, I saw a movie Saturday. I saw a movie Saturday. So we have A, in, B, on, or C, at. That's A, in, B, on, or C, at. And our answer is, I saw a movie on Saturday. So of course, Saturday is one day, and we use on plus one day. On Monday, on Tuesday, on Thursday, on Friday, on December 31st, on my birthday, all of those one single day, of course, is on. Okay, and our next question. I'm meeting my friends, the movie theater. I'm meeting my friends, the movie theater. So we have A, in, B, on, or C, at. That's A, in, B, on, or C, at. And our answer is C. I'm meeting my friends at the movie theater. When we talk about doing something at a particular place, we use at. So in this case, at the movie theater. And our next question. I'm taking a trip, May. I'm taking a trip, May. So we have A, in, B, on, or C, at. Again, A, in, B, on, or C, at. And our answer is A, in. I'm taking a trip in May. Remember, we use in for long periods of time. In summer, in winter, in fall, in a month, for example, in July, in August, in September, in a year, in 2020, or in other instances like in the 1980s, in the 1900s. Here's our next question. He was born the 90s. He was born the 90s. A, in, B, on, or C, at. A, in, B, on, or C, at. And our answer is A, in the 90s. The 90s here means the 1990s. So 1991, 1992, 1993, all the way until 1999. So we would say he was born in the 1990s. Again, a long period of time. Here's our next question. I'm meeting my friends Sunday. I'm meeting my friends Sunday. So we have A, until, B, last, or C, next. That's A, until, B, last, or C, next. And our answer is, I'm meeting my friends, C, next Sunday. So remember, when we have this, every, last, next, we do not need in, on, or at. So I'm meeting my friends next Sunday. Okay, here's our next question. I always wake up 9 a.m. I always wake up 9 a.m. We have A, until, B, by, or C, on. That's A, until, B, by, or C, on. And our answer is B. I always wake up by 9 a.m. So remember, by equals at 9 a.m. or before. So not later than by. So I always wake up at 9 a.m. or 8:59 or 8:45 or 8:30 or 7 a.m. Anytime before 9 a.m., but not after 9 a.m. So not 9:01, not 9:02, not 9:15. I always wake up by 9 a.m. Okay, next question. I have to finish my report Monday. I have to finish my report Monday. We have A, until, B, by, or C, in. That's A, until, B, by, or C, in. And once again, our answer is B, by. I have to finish my report by Monday. So again, by means on Monday or before. So Tuesday is no good. But of course, Sunday is fine, Saturday is fine, Friday is fine. Anytime before Monday is no problem. Anytime after Monday is a big problem. And moving along to our next question. I slept 11 a.m. I slept 11 a.m. So we have A, until, B, by, or C, last. That's A, until, B, by, or C, last. Okay, and our answer is A, until. I slept until 11 a.m. So, as we mentioned before, until means you finished doing something at that time. Not before it and not after. So, in this situation, I slept until 11 a.m. means I did not wake up at 10:59, 10:58, 10:45. And I did not wake up at 11:01, 11:02, 11:10. I woke up at 11 a.m. I slept until 11 a.m. Next question. Here we want to choose which one is correct. Again, choose which one is correct. A, I went to the gym in Tuesday. B, I went to the gym at last Tuesday. C, I went to the gym last Tuesday. One more time. A, I went to the gym in Tuesday. B, I went to the gym at last Tuesday. And C, I went to the gym last Tuesday. Which one is correct? And our answer is C. I went to the gym last Tuesday. Remember, when we use this every last next, we do not need in, on, or at. So I went to the gym last Tuesday is correct. All right, and here is our final question. Again, please choose which one is correct. A, I have to work by 7 o'clock. B, I have to work until 7 o'clock. C, I have to work next 7 o'clock. One more time. A, I have to work by 7 o'clock. B, I have to work until 7 o'clock. C, I have to work next 7 o'clock. And our answer is B, I have to work until 7 o'clock. Again, just like when we had our question before with sleeping, I will continue to work and I will finish at 7 o'clock. Not before 7, not after 7, until 7. Again, not before, not after. It will continue, and stop at 7 o'clock. This brings us to our next grammar point here, and we're talking about present continuous for future plans. So the present continuous means, of course, using a be verb plus the ing, and for future plans, we add a future time. So a future time could be tomorrow, could be this afternoon, could be next year, next summer. That would be a future time. So the normal present continuous is talking about right now. So for example, are you doing anything? Equals right now, right? What are you doing right now, right this second? So for example, I am talking. I am teaching. I am sitting in a chair. Now, we can use the same grammar but talk about the future if we just add a future time. So for example, are you doing anything this weekend? So this weekend is a future time, and that makes this present continuous the future. Another common way to talk about future plans is to use be going to do something. So be going to do and be doing with future time have the same meaning. They both mean a future plan. So if you say, I'm going to play soccer tomorrow, you could also say, I'm playing soccer tomorrow. As long as you have the future time with your present continuous, it has the same meaning as be going to do. Okay, and it's time for another quiz. So here, I will give you the usual be going to do something, the normal tense we would use to talk about a future plan. I want you to give me the present continuous form that has the same meaning. So for example, if I say, I'm going to play soccer tomorrow, I want you to say, I'm playing soccer tomorrow. Again, I'm going to play soccer tomorrow and I'm playing soccer tomorrow have 100% the same meaning. Okay, let's try another. I'm going to go out with friends on Friday night. I'm going to go out with friends on Friday night. So your answer should have been, I'm going out with friends on Friday night. I'm going out with friends on Friday night. Here's our next one. I'm going to get married this summer. I'm going to get married this summer. And the answer is, I'm getting married this summer. I'm getting married this summer. And let's try one more. I'm going to start university next fall. I'm going to start university next fall. And our answer is, I'm starting university next fall. I'm starting university next fall. Wow, so we have covered a lot today. Don't feel bad if you need to go back and watch it one more time. But you're not finished yet. This is just step one in the process. Now that you know this grammar, now that you can understand this, what you really need is some training. So the following videos will take you through a session that will help you improve your listening, speaking, and pronunciation. I wouldn't skip out on this next part. It is just as important as understanding all of the grammar we've discussed. For part one, please just sit back, relax, and listen. Are you doing anything this weekend?
I haven't decided yet. Why?
I'm going out with friends on Friday night. Do you want to come?
Sure. Where should we meet?
Let's meet at Shinjuku Station.
Okay. I'll be busy until about 7. I can get to Shinjuku by 7:30.
Okay, let's meet at 7:30 then. Now for part two, please listen and repeat after the speakers. Are you doing anything this weekend?
I haven't decided yet. Why?
I'm going out with friends on Friday night. Do you want to come?
Sure. Where should we meet?
Let's meet at Shinjuku Station.
Okay. I'll be busy until about 7. I can get to Shinjuku by 7:30.
Okay, let's meet at 7:30 then. In part 3, we're going to listen and repeat again. This time, there will be text. Are you doing anything this weekend?
I haven't decided yet. Why?
I'm going out with friends on Friday night. Do you want to come?
Sure. Where should we meet?
Let's meet at Shinjuku Station.
Okay. I'll be busy until about 7. I can get to Shinjuku by 7:30.
Okay, let's meet at 7:30 then. Part 4 is overlapping. Overlapping means to speak at the same time as the speakers. Please be sure to repeat this section many times. Good luck. Are you doing anything this weekend?
I haven't decided yet. Why?
I'm going out with friends on Friday night. Do you want to come?
Sure. Where should we meet?
Let's meet at Shinjuku Station.
Okay. I'll be busy until about 7. I can get to Shinjuku by 7:30.
Okay, let's meet at 7:30 then. In our final section, you will only see the pictures. Please try the conversation by yourself. Thanks for watching. We hope you practiced a lot. Please leave any questions or comments below. And if you like this one, be sure to subscribe. Okay, So we covered so much content today. I'm sure you'll have to go back and watch again. But if you have any questions, please comment below. And also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And also, we have a Facebook group. So join the Acquire English group on Facebook, and you can ask any other questions there or request other videos to be made. So thank you so much for watching, and we hope to hear from you very soon.